My name is Anna Kang. I am from Pasadena, California. My husband and I were church planters for a while, and 4 years ago we stepped down. So currently I'm attending a local church nearby my home, and I am working as a staff chaplain at Adventist Health, Glendale. The ministry God placed on my heart would probably be the process of spiritual transformation. Growing up in a home where it was very difficult and experiencing a lot of trauma, I have a heart for people who really desire to live in the way that God calls us to live, and yet we find ourselves stuck in many of our own destructive patterns and emotional and spiritual torment, I think. And I believe God's heart for all of us is a freedom that comes from knowing who we are rooted in Him. My desire and passion would be to walk alongside those who really struggle with everyday life, experiencing God, and allowing people to feel hope, allowing people to take agency, and working in cooperation with the Spirit of God to really live the kind of life that God desires us to live. I'm pursuing the ordination process from PCJC because I've always felt called, but while I was actually in local church ministry, it just always took a back seat. I knew I was going to do it someday. And actually, right before we stepped down, I started the process, but when we stepped down, I didn't follow through. Personally, I thought, maybe I will not be ordained. And I didn't think too much about it until I started working with Pastor Mike. One day, he asked about ordination. And when I prayed about it, I sensed a nudge in my spirit to pursue ordination. I felt like God was honoring my call, and I felt like God was reminding me of my call, and that even though things didn't happen the way I thought it would many years ago, that God's plan for my life and the way He'd like to partner with me has not changed. My own desires and thoughts changed. It didn't mean that His plan for my life changed. This ordination process really allowed me to think deeply about my call, actually. When I first started ministry right after seminary, I don't know if I thought too deeply about it. It was something that all ministers kind of did. I sense that it's a privilege, and I feel very grateful. So I think I am experiencing kind of the sacredness of this ordination process and what it means to be an ordained minister. And I feel really grateful for this process. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, not only to be an ordained minister, but allowing me this process so that I can understand God's heart a little deeper, understand my motivations a little bit more clear. It clarified for me why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I can still do these things without being ordained. And yet I feel like God is putting a little stamp saying, you're mine and we're going to work together. And that is an incredible gift. So I'm very grateful. So thank you for taking the time to get to know me a little bit better. And I look forward to getting to know you all better as well. Thank you.